We love seeing how Coloradans combine their hobbies with their desire to help others.
Case in point, this week's 7 Everyday hero. Mitch Jelniker found her cycling through downtown Denver.
Her friends call her the Funstigator.
So she brings in fun activities, she encourages people to ride their bike on Bike to Work Day.
And she uses a bicycle to volunteer.
I have a cart I borrowed from a friend, and it just hooks onto the back of the bike.
Sara Galenbeck's volunteering efforts are fueled by pedal power and a genuine care for people in need.
She is super friendly and outgoing, so she really connects with people.
Sara helps thousands of Coloradans every day through her job at Volunteers of America. And
I'm a mentor to a 12-year-old. She's from Thailand.
And then, twice a month, Sara loads her bicycle cart with fresh food.
All the parts of the meal fit perfectly in it.
Sara volunteers for Meals on Wheels, except she uses her bicycle to deliver food to shut-ins in Denver's Five Points neighborhood.
A lot of the seniors don't see anybody during the day, so delivering the meal is like their one interaction.
Well, I think she makes them feel comfortable. She, kind of brings a little bit of the outside to their home.
Hi, Charlene. How are you?
Real good. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I see her all the time, and she rides her bike up, and I see her come. So it's really enjoyable to see her.
Sara has recruited her friends, Sarah and Molly, to watch over that food cart while she greets the clients.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I first saw the bikes. I said, oh, must be the meal.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
Volunteers of America touch the mind, body, and spirit of people in need. Sara Galenbeck just happens to use a bicycle to get there.
We accosted you before you go on your route for this.
Oh, my goodness.
Denver 7 in American Financing. Want to honor you as a 7 Everyday hero for all your volunteering. Good work. Good work.
Fantastic. To nominate a hero in your life, just go to thedenverchannel.com and click on our community section and then 7 Everyday Heroes.
More opportunity for Meals on Wheels in this beautiful weather.
That's right. Temperatures in the 70s tomorrow afternoon. It'll be quite a difference to what we experienced today. Highs in the low 70s. The winds will pick up in the afternoon and then some late night showers. And then cooler air moves in for Tuesday. Highs around 50, but we'll be in the 60s and 70s for the remainder of a 7-day. Looking good for opening day.
Woohoo!
Get that moisture out of the way in time for the Rockies to play.
Oh, yeah.
So coming up in sports, speaking of some April Fool's jokes today, coming from the Broncos, one play by Von Miller saying he'd been traded to Cleveland. Could that really happen? Lionel, Troy, and Woody will discuss.
Plus, the Avs and Nuggets are pretty much in must-win mode. We'll show you how they did it tonight, next on Xfinity Sports Extra.
Welcome to Xfinity Sports Extra. It's Easter Sunday and April Fool's Day. And every year on April 1st, social media is full of pranksters and funny guys. Today was no different. Von Miller and Emmanuel Sanders thought it might be funny to announce they were traded today. Von posting an Instagram quote, "It's been real, Denver. The Mile High City and the Broncos will always have my heart. Cleveland Browns, what's good? Cleveland?" And Sanders saying he's decided to take his talents to Washington in a quest to win Super Bowl 53. And there he is wearing a Redskins uniform. Ha ha, guys. Funny. All right, these two are no joke, for sure. Broncos insider Troy Rink is here. I know that's up for debate, right, Woody? Denver sports legend Woody Page here as well. Guys, welcome. Now, as we saw, Von posting that he's been traded. There actually have been, in the last few weeks, suggestions that Von Miller should be traded. On Sports Talk Radio, they should trade him. The reason is they were 5-11 with him. You might as well get a Pro Bowl offensive player, a couple of #1 picks maybe, and rebuild the offense. Woody, would you trade Von Miller under any circumstances?
So you're saying a Pro Bowl, say, tight end?
That's
two
possible.
#1 draft choices, maybe 12 and 22? I'd consider that. I mean, I think it's odd that in all the years of 7 that John Elway's been drafting, they have one Pro Bowler on the team. They had one other one, Julius Thomas, who was a basketball player that they turned into a Pro Bowler. But I don't want to see him go. Nobody's going to make that offer, and they're not going to trade him. So April Fools, that's not happening.
I would not trade him.
No way, Troy.
No way.
Under any circumstances.
Here's what. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a Ring of Famer. He won them Super Bowl 50. And when he has any help at all on the opposite side, Woody, he just basically writes a diary of destruction every game. Even last season with 10 sacks, he was among the best players in football. You never get true value when you trade superstars. Go through the list of superstars that have been traded. You never get value. Don't tell me about Herschel Walker. That's a one-time outlier deal. You're not getting that kind of deal for Von Miller. Don't trade Von Miller.
Ooh, I like that. What was that? The Diary of Destruction?
Absolutely. Every night.
Nice. All right. Well, let's stay with the Broncos right now, shall we? Tomorrow we meet Sua Cravens at Dove Valley. We met him via Instagram earlier this week. It was hilarious when he posted this video of himself looking so happy to the soundtrack of A Whole New World. Now, the Broncos get Cravens in a trade with Washington. Troy, this has the potential to be huge for the Broncos, but there's a lot of ifs surrounding Sua.
Well, that's the issue with this guy. How much is he committed? How much does he want to play NFL football? He set out all of last year on the restricted list with concussions, commitment to the game, but he basically feels like he has got his freedom now with a team that, in his words, wants him. So here's the deal, Woody. If he's right, mentally and he's straight with this trade, he can help guard tight ends. He can come down in the box, be a version of T.J. Ward, even though T.J. said, "You're not me. I basically invented that position." But he would then place Darian Stewart's roster position in jeopardy because Stewart, I love Stewart, he had issues in coverage last year, as did their linebackers against tight ends.
To follow up what you're saying, I think it's low risk and potentially high reward.
Right.
At least will be good reward, meaning that gives you depth in the defensive backfield. It also gives you depth at linebackers. You're talking about it. He's a hybrid on defense. He could play linebacker. He is intended to be a strong safety. So when you bring up T.J. Ward, if people want to see what he's like, that's kind of what you have, is maybe T.J. Ward light that could become very heavy and involved in the defense. But there's a downside that maybe what happened in Washington is going to continue to happen here, where he's really not totally committed to football. He claims he is. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, he's saying all the right things in the last week. He's so happy to be a Bronco. It's a whole new world, and he's like in wonderment over coming to Denver. So we'll see. We'll find out what he says again on Monday. But you're right. Low risk, but there is risk. But there's a lot of potential here for him. All right, let's talk baseball now, shall we? The Rockies had the day off, but last night they escaped from Phoenix with a 2-1 win over the D-backs to avoid a sweep and an 0-3 start. 0-3 would have been awful. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, they're 1-2. Starter German Marquez was solid. 5 innings, gave up 1 run. Didn't get the win, but Brian Shaw, Jake McGee, Wade Davis held it down. Charlie Blackmon blasted 2 homers. Rockies, as I said, now 1-2, headed to San Diego.
That means we're going to not lose every game this year. I know we were really panicking already. No, good win. Really good pitching. Wade Davis looked great. Welcome to the team. Marquez pitched really well with a lot of good relief mixed in.
I love it. The panic is now over. Turn the alarms off after 3 games. But Woody, look, Bud Black did say after the game, we have a National League batting champion in second, batting champ in center field, batting champ in right field, Gold Glovers, All-Stars all over the field. But you know what? If you don't pitch, you will not contend. That's the message I have to send, end quote. John Gray, the starting pitcher. Tyler Anderson, starting pitcher in Game 2. Not good in the first 2 games, but too early to sound any alarms?
No, of course it is. I mean, we haven't seen enough of an example to really say, oh, they're going to be bad, good, or indifferent. We want, if you're in Denver, to see Gray establish himself as an ace. And he didn't do it the last time they were in Arizona in the playoff game. He didn't do it the other night. He's got to come through, because it's a shame, and I watched all 3 of the games, it's a shame to see out there last night when they can roll into that bullpen in the 7th and 8th